This is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing and I am so glad in it. I'm back, you guys, and I'm feeling good. Started back to work. I'm back to work, and it's been interesting, but I'm happy to be back. So, on to the next. Of course, I'm always doing alterations, but while I was ill, a good friend of mine, I missed her birthday. So, it's been in the atmosphere. They've been talking about doing away with the plastic grocery bags. So, I thought I'd make her a nice tote. So, while I was working with the pattern as far as, how big I wanted to make it, I got this idea. So, I cut out the fabric. That's getting the pattern together, cutting out the fabric, putting the interfacing on it. That's like, I wish I could pay someone to do all of that for me. What I love doing is sewing. Even with alterations, I love figuring out what I'm going to do to it and then doing the deed. The preparation is always, it's like, takes the most time. It's everything that you enjoy doing that involves a prep, like cooking. You've got to prep it, you've got to fix it, you've got to cook it, but the eating is the best part. So with sewing alterations, the prep is always the part that drags on, but getting into the heart of it, sewing, needle and thread, that's the part that I enjoy the most. Alright, enough babbling. This is the outer fabric, and like I said, it's going to be a nice size. I really love this fabric. If I'm not mistaken, I got it from that place I told you guys about on my Facebook page, Annette Codes, Facebook Annette Codes, that have the best fabric and is at the most reasonable price. I just love it. Haven't been there in a while, but I've got to go make a run. And this is the lining. This was something for the bed. I want to say the part of the blanket, but I got about 5 or 6 yards after I cut it up. So this is going to be the lining. It's like a jean type. Then I got an idea for the pockets. These were of course some old jeans. So I don't know if I'm going to put 2 on the outside, but these are going to be the pockets. And then while I was thinking about the straps, thought about some old jeans. And so this is the where you put your belt. This is the oh my god, I can't, waistband. But I thought it would make some great straps. So can you see it? You probably can't. My mind does some crazy things at times. But anyway, this is the front strap, and this is going to be the back strap. And I went ahead and cut it out. I don't know if I'm going to use it. Of course, rip to wear my label. I don't know if you can see it. My label, rip to wear. And this is probably going to be an inside pocket. I've got it ready to sew. So that's the pocket. Alright, so phase 1 of the birthday tote for a friend. Alrighty, so I am going to do the pocket. And with anything that you have to turn, you want to always start somewhere at the bottom, or sometimes you can choose the top of the part that you're going to have to turn, so that you can leave an opening so that you can turn it. I like to go just a little, about maybe 2.5 inches from the part that I'm going to leave open. That way I don't have to start, stop. I can just do a complete square, circle, or whatever till I get to that other part. And I also like to put a pin at that part so that you know that that is going to be your turning spot. So I'm going to go a little bit past the initial stopping point. So I'm going to leave about 2.5 inches on both sides. Alright, so I also have my little trusted, because keeping it real, I don't always do a straight line, but this little gadget, and surprisingly so, I found it on Wish. I don't know what the name is, but I'll list the part below. And what it does is it acts like a magnet, and it adheres to your 5/8 of an inch, your 1 inch, whatever your sewing spot is going to be. This kind of acts as a stopping point. So it's like, hey, you don't want to go past me, because you want to make sure you're at that point where you're going to stop. Got my regular universal foot in, and making sure I'm good to go. And I got my little trusted. I found this also on Wish, and I like it because even with my pin cushions, I'm always looking for them. This you put on like a little watch, and your pins stick right to it. Alright, so this is the 5/8 of an inch stitching, stopping and starting, and got everything, tension, everything set where it needs to be. Got the needle down, got my foot down, and got my foot ready. Alright, here we go. You always want to stop, do a couple stitches back the other way. And here we go. I also like to back stitch my corners just to keep them straight. Give them a little bit more cushion for your pushing. This way it enforces that point, because you know, with your pockets you're always going in and out of them, so it's like a little bit of a reinforcement for that part. And just kind of because you know how, if you notice, most pockets you always get a hole at the ends, the middle or the ends. So this just gives you a little bit of reinforcement, just to kind of give a little bit of makes your corners a little stronger. As we get to the end, again, reinforce them. And everybody has their little pet peeves of things that they like to do. It's not a necessary thing that you have to do, but if you notice, well, I notice with mine, just areas that you would think like, man, if I had just a little bit more enforcement there, my pockets might have lasted just a little bit longer without needing me to, you know, fix them. So, again, always helps every little bit, where you don't have to have alterations done. Every little bit helps. And that's one of my that I like, just to think about. I'm going to double check where I'm going to have my opening, and I'm not too far off from it. I think I want to just stop right there. You also want to reinforce that part, because you're going to be turning the whole thing, and you don't want to cut open the parts that you've already done. Alright, so we've completed, I don't know right now if it's going to be my inside or my outside. Probably my inside, because the inside jean is a solid color, and I think this will look really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all the corners so I get a nice crisp turn. Then I'm going to take off some of this extra fabric here, so you won't have any bulk in the pocket. So let's turn. Well, let me do all the cutting and stuff. I always just think, you know, that this stuff is boring to you guys, and if you sew, you already know what you want to do. And so I just always don't like my videos to be that long, so I always think that you're like gonna fast forward it, because I know I do. It's like when I'm watching videos, and if they do something that I already do, I'm like, oh, I know how to do that, I'm not gonna watch that. Or I don't know, I want to get to the meat of the video, so I like to just zoom past all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off all of the extra fabric that's going to cause some bulk. Then I'm going to do the one necessary thing is a necessary evil, but you always want to iron whatever it is that you're doing, because if you don't, it gives that I made this look to me, because those areas are kind of not crisp, they're kind of bulky or have an extra poofiness to them that screams this was sewn. I don't know. If you look at stuff you get from the store and stuff that sometimes you see somebody made, you can tell when the different pieces are just crisp. They're iron, they're straight. Well, at least I can. So anyway, this is a necessary evil. So I'm going to go ahead and iron this, and I'll be back. Alright, so we have sewed the pocket together. We've ironed it, and this is where we're going to attach it to the lining of the tote bag. So I've ironed it and got it all crisp and ready to go. So make sure I don't close the opening. I've measured it so that I know exactly where it's going to lay on the inside. I'm going to remove my little magnet here that keeps everything straight for me. And even though I've been stitching away, I want to just double check my stitch onto my fabric. Just make sure everything is still, because sometimes, you know, things move around and you just want to make sure everything is still working correctly. Everything's moving like it should. Stitching looks good. Alright, so I've also, let me tell you guys something. I love this stuff right here. Stay Stitch. You can use it to hem, put it on hems. It basically keeps the fabric straight, so you can either hand stitch or sew it. Because sometimes even with stick pins, the fabric tends to move around. So I adhered some of that on the sides, even though I have my pins, just so things aren't moving around, because I've got everything measured and everything is laying just like I want it. So I want to make sure that everything is like it's supposed to be. Stitching looks good. And here we go. Make sure everything is laying right. Exactly where I want to start. And I also, right where you start to sew the pocket, you also want to reinforce that, because you're always picking up, you know, putting stuff in the pocket. So you just want to make sure that it's at the top and the corners. You want to make sure that everything is moving like you want it to, or reinforced. Always remove your stick pins. I've heard so many stories about pins popping and hitting folk in the eye. People putting them in their mouths and they breathe in and they're going down their throat. Sounds crazy to me, but I never say never. And when you get close to where you want to go, sometimes you want to roll it just so you make sure that it's in the right spot. Because you just want everything to look nice, you know? Alrighty, here we go. And again, corners are stuff that you use all the time, so you want to make sure that your corners are reinforced. Because I've already got some stitching down here. I just want to make sure that everything is lined up the way you want it. Still always want to check things to make sure everything is, like I said, moving like you want it to, because things seem to move around, you know? And even though I got my pins in, I still want to make sure everything is nice and straight. And I always say things happen for a reason. So today, just doing what I normally do on Saturday, kind of take it easy. But then there are times when, your favorite shows or whatever come on. I took a nap, woke up, and my television was off. So I did everything that I knew to do. Ended up calling the cable company. My Wi-Fi just decided it didn't want to work anymore. So of course you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna call them. They gonna send somebody out. Not. Gotta wait till Monday. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get a credit, right? She's like, oh, just let them know. No, I would prefer you put it on my chart so that they already know. So I have to give it to her. She did try to do everything that she could to help me, but at the end of the day, we were not able to get things going like they should have. So I've got to wait till tomorrow between 2 and 3. I'm like, well, I go to church. Are they gonna stick to that time, or am I gonna come home to a sign in the door that says, sorry, we missed you? She's like, no, they're gonna be on time. So I'm praying that is so, but it's messing me up because I can't post any videos because my Wi-Fi is not working. So I'm a little upset with about that. So I said I will let you guys know whenever something happens and I can't post. Well, I can't go live because I've got to have 1,000 subscribers. But hey, we getting there. We're at 68, so we are slowly moving. Get this, 68 subscribers, and I've got 4,060 something views. That means people are tuning in to watch my videos, and they're watching them till the end. I'm getting good watch time. They have an analyzer that lets you know how your videos are doing, so I'm grateful for that. But I don't know if people are just saying, I don't know if I want to subscribe to her yet. I just want to watch her and see what she's doing. But please, if you're taking the time to watch me, please subscribe so that I can do some more things that I want to do with YouTube. I can't go live until I can't vote. Have you guys vote on different things? There's a lot of things I can't do until I get 1,000 subscribers. So please, 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 please share me with your friends and tell them to just, tune in, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm self-taught, but somebody likes it, so just encourage them, tell them that she's interesting. Subscribe to her channel, hit the notification bell, share me with your friends, give me some ideas of some things you'd like to see me upscale, revamp. I enlarge clothing, I make clothing smaller in size. I'm trying to had a setback because I got sick, but I'm trying to this summer wear nothing but my clothes, either that I've made or that I've revamped and upscaled. So you guys, I can't vote. I wanted to show you guys some things and ask you what you wanted me to do with them or give me some ideas, but you guys can't vote. You can't tell me. You can leave comments, but you can't like if I want to do a poll, you guys can't vote or anything until I get 1,000 or more subscribers. So help me out. Alright, so this is the inside pocket that we have attached. And remember, any embellishments or anything that you want to do, I don't know if you guys can see that stitches are all nice and pretty. You've got to do it before you put the bag together, because if you decide to do it after you put the bag together, I'm not going to say never, never, never that you'll be able to do it, but I know for myself that would be a hard task, and it would take so long to try to add something once you put the bag together. So remember, always, always, always do any embellishments, pockets, snaps. Oh, I think I'm going to put a snap on it. Just depends on how the time and I go tonight. Make sure you do it before you put the bag together. All right, this is the inside. Now I'm going to attach the pockets that I've already put on the bag to the outside. So in a minute.